Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to do a breakdown of this recent video that I did. It is a personal project, so I recently created this and posted on my X. So in this video, I'm going to do a breakdown of this entire video. I'll just open up the project file and we will go and walk through together each of the layers and kind of the things that eventually got this visuals and how all these layers work together to create these kind of visuals, right? So yeah, I'm in this project file, so I'll just play you the video. This is the whole composition. It's like small looping animations. So first of all, the background, right? I have created another background video specifically because I really like this background, right? So it just kind of helps you to actually able to learn, right, how this is exactly things are working, right? I have teach you that thing in the previous video. So basically we use this like the solid, then we have this gradient, gradient ramp effect on the solid layer, and then it's just a simple white and black value, right? Then we are using the displacement map and the coloroma effect to create that effect. So we need to create a map, right? So I just created this map of this black and white values being kind of a scaling up from the bottom side to upside, right? You will see this is the map, and once you have the map, you will create another adjustment layer and select the map, and then going to change the some horizontal and vertical displacement value, then just gonna add the simple coloroma effect, and after that it's just gonna tweak around the output values, and then you will just get the result. Like just double click on and change the color to something green, let's suppose, right? So you can achieve whatever the thing that you want, and you can achieve this look, right? So yeah, this is just a little background. This how it's already been kind of told in a previous video, so I'm just not wanted to go through again because it would just save a lot of time, right? So yeah, let's start with the main clip. Rather than focusing on the background, just we will focus on this. So obviously first thing is the use of the the class thing, right? That's one of the first thing you will see, which is this, right? If I remove this, you will see we have added a fast box blur, right? We just changed the layer to adjustment layer and just added the fast box. That's one of the simplest way you can create the class effects. And then after that, we duplicated that layer again and put a drop shadow effect, right? Put a drop shadow effect right behind it, right? So there is if I turn off this, you will see there is like a drop shadow effect on this, right? So that's what we did. And after that, what I did is I add another layer, so which is basically these two layers to make this search icon, right? Then we have this kind of icon, right? So this consists of this line, right? So each of the lines were already been made here in the After Effects, right? If I just turn this into full resolution, okay, no, I think this need to be quarter and this need to be full. Now to let's check. So yeah, this is how it's been made. We have just two keyframes, right? So you will see there is like a flip animation in this. So you will see there is like a flip animation. I'll play it once again, right? So there is kind of a flip animation we have in this, and once you have that, we are just using parents and all those simple stuff to actually move around. So this whole stuff is actually parent to this search bar, right, which is our main layer. And then we have a bunch of nulls. So nulls is just we are using to create that zoom and everything effects that we need, right? So you will see bunch of overlapping keyframes, because overlapping keyframe is like one of the fundamentals and basic to actually make smooth animation. So we have these animation, then even before that we have these animation, and if I turn on the graph, you will see a lot of my keyframe graph are like kind of a middle graph. So yeah, that's what I majorly use. We have a scale animation, and obviously you can see that our null is on this side, so it's kind of zooming on the left side, and then we will have this simple show of a movement using the position and scale value, right? And once you do that, you will have this look, right? Let me just another thing you would notice is that we are using kind of a match cut effect, right? So this layer, when it's going to being cut out, so we are adding this as scale animation, right? A scale and position animation a little bit. So at this peak point, we are cutting down this layer, right? So this created this kind of effect. Boom. That's how we created. So, and the solid layer has just simply duplicated this initial versions, right? The solid layers were just duplicated and placed here. And obviously, to make that animation like smooth, you added this scale animation again on the next set of layers, right? To create this look, right? Because you want to continuously have that flow of motion. If it's scaling, you're gonna scale the next layers as well. If you are increasing the position to the upside, then the next layer should be also feel like it's coming from bottom to up, right? That's how we do these kind of match cuts. And yeah, this is like a simple typewriter effects in the text animation, right? You will see that's animator one. Just like I have this start value which is being keyframed, right? And then we have already discussed how the position is moving. And then again, a lot of time the whole concept behind this personal project was because I really like this match cut effect, so I just dedicated everything just around it, right? Just to make it as smooth as possible and to make it look clean and premium as well, right? That's also priority. So in this frame, you will see the cursor is kind of tilting right now. So the main cursor is this one, right? So the main cursor will start with tilting on the, on this, right? On the, I would say, on the position value, right? And if I could, okay. So it's kind of a tilting on this way, right? And we have a two motion, right? Just to give you some anticipation, right? Like anticipation of this going upside before it goes up, we are kind of pulling it back, right? So that's why I added these two keyframes, right? So first one is pulling it down, then we have another keyframe that is pulling it up, right? This is what's happening at this. I mean, it's a very small details, but it actually helps the overall motion and everything looks clean, right? And you will see again, we are using that match cut effects at the peak points. We are cutting the graphs, right? At the peak points, we are almost cutting the graph, right? Exactly. That's the one of the way to actually have that smooth effect, right? So when it's pulling back, then we have like some small rotation as well, right? You will see some Z rotations because this is tilting on this side. Once you do that, you'll have this upward motion, right? And again, you will see, also notice this, right? This whole, this whole rectangle, rounded rectangle is getting also big, right? You will see also big, kind of getting big. And it also have this keyframe of size as well, right? It have this keyframe of size as well. You will see it's being animated. So our next box is going to be big as well. So we are just kind of elaborating that, and that our next box will be big using match cut. Once you do that, you will have this, right? And so our next big box also carries that motion and flow of motion and continue that flow of motion like this, you will see, enable this. So it's kind of getting smaller and bigger, right? And even the middle one also is kind of getting scaled up, right? Another thing you would notice is that, this motion is also being continued after here, right? I just simply cut this cursor and just put it here, right? So it's just continuing the same motions. And we have the simple text animation, instead of this time using character, we are using the words, right? And able to do that, we are going to use the match cut. So it's kind of a scaling up. And we're kind of a scaling up at the peak point, we are doing the cut, right? Exactly the same. And again, we will have some animation on the cursor because our cursor was the main focus. Once you do that, here we go, right? Once we have that, enable peak point, we are doing a cut. Then we have some Z rotations, right? So enable, I don't know, like some of the stuff you would definitely be able to see, right? Like at this point as well, right? Enable, if I could showcase you, right? This point, when it's kind of a moving upside, right? It's kind of a moving upside. You will see, notice that the this is track matte, right? You will see, if I could show you, each of the layers are being track matte, right? You will see each of the layers is being track matte. This icon, this is sphere, right? That's important as well. I mean, obviously we are just trying to showcase that under the circle, right? That's why we are using the track matte, and similarly to the rest of the place as well. Once we have this, what we will do is just look at the some of the rotations and keyframes like this, enable some rotation keyframe, and again and again we have this peak graph at the peak movements, because this whole style was having this peak of a graph movement. Once you have that, we have like some small click, right? One small click, and then I think this would be one of the cool thing in compare to all, as this enable effect. Yeah, the coloroma effect was one of the also highlight of this whole project, as again we are using the coloroma effect, and then when we are using the displacement map, to actually get this displacement, right? This displacement is also important, right? This layer consists of coloroma. If I just turn off all of the layer, you will see we simply have a sphere which consists of a black and white values, right? And we have some inner glows as well. And once we add coloroma to it, right, we have like some kind of sharp edges, right? To fix that, we just added a fast box blur, right? And again, enable. Once we do that, we added a set matte, right? A set matte is kind of once we added that fast box blur, you will see we have like these glow on the edges, right? We don't want that, right? We don't like that. So we just added a set matte effect, which is again like a track matte, but kind of on a selective layer, just like on a effects options, right? And then we add the displacement map. Displacement map is just using that, if I just showcase you, like it using that arrow map. And if I could show you what's the arrow map is, this is the arrow map, right? This is the arrow map, right? It's just using, and the arrow map is also consist of black and white values. And it's just using this, and we can just hide it like the same we did in the background, right? Once you do that, you just added a displacement effect on this and add the displacement, and the entire coloroma will be get affected according to it, right? If I could play you right like this, you will see this smooth kind of a flow. Enable. Yeah. Enable. I think enable. Hopefully you get the whole point of this video. This video is not generally recreating the all stuff again. We'll definitely have some video with that, but yeah, we will if you are like have some kind of experience with After Effects, I will definitely would say like you would be able to easily follow each of those things, and nothing will I think some of the stuff may go over your head, but some of the stuff would be easily be understandable. That's the important thing. You won't be able to grab everything in one go, but even if you are able to grab something out of it, like anything you will probably going to use in the next project, that's more important rather than learning the exact and everything as I said, right? So that's what the breakdown videos are actually for. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. Till then, take care, and we'll see you, and try to get some another version of this video. Maybe in the next video we'll creating some new stuff and learn about new stuff and actually creating, right? Till then, take care and bye.